The Tight Five.
5 separate sporting topics, roughly a minute or so on each. When the bell reminds us, we go on to the next topic. End of a golden era for the Golden State Warriors. Lachlan, can they come back or is it time to retool? James Fisher Harris. Warriors fans, this is brilliant news. This is great news. But just remember, it's like for like. We're swapping one for t'other. So the squad, to me, hasn't improved. It's what it's done is we've just adequately replaced losing a world-class forward in Adam. Champions League, the penalty shootout on radio. We listen to it on the radio because I'm not prepared to pay BN. We watch the highlights afterwards. I'm not prepared to pay more money. Bloody Sky TV. You know, here's Sky TV, okay? And look, they're all worthy things. I know. You've got women's rugby, you've got women's cricket, you've got women's basketball, you've got a special program on Sky TV, the Women's Hour. I'd love to know the ratings for that. Well, how about catering for the rest of us? You know, that's all fine. But what about putting the Champions League on so that we can watch it with the rest of the world, or Le Tour de France? How about that, Sky, and catering to the customers who pay your bills? Rooster Storm tonight, who you got? Eastern Conference Finals I want to talk about as well. End of an era, though. Golden State Warriors, very disappointing last night. Didn't fire a shot at all. Clay Station, my boy, 0 for 6 from 3, 0 for 10 from the floor. That's the first time that he's never hit a single point in a game. Coach Kerr pulled him. Steph Curry, and Draymond Green, that triumvirate, the trifecta, they are the key to 4 NBA championships in 8 years, which is a dynasty, Lachlan. Let's not be silly about that. But is time up now? I can see Steph Curry going on for a couple of years. Draymond Green, honestly, he should be playing NRL with the amount of trouble he brings to that team. But Clay's gone, hasn't he? 2 massive injuries, and he just isn't the player that he was. Do they need now to dismantle this side? Here we are in New Zealand talking about this. I love it.
Yeah, what do we know? Look, it's hard to say. So, Klay Thompson is at a big, well, not an argument, but I had a discussion with my flatmate. We really disagreed on this last night. He loves his NBA, probably actually a little bit more than I do. Klay Thompson, for me, is totally done. Ever since he came back from the second of the 2 injuries that he had an ACL or an Achilles, and it was followed by the other one.
That's right.
Immediately after he recovered. Real shame. But he's not been the same. He doesn't shoot anywhere near as efficiently.
He's got no spring in his legs.
He's got no spring in his legs. His legs are gone. He doesn't shoot the ball well. There's an argument that if he went to a team where he'd get less, it'd be less need for him to move with the ball and be athletic. But as it is, he's not athletic with Golden State now. As it is, he works off of screens, he pops and shoots. He's well past his best. Golden State need to re-sign him for about $3, $4, $5 million a year. Maybe a little bit more, maybe. He'll probably get offered more elsewhere. And then they need to, because Klay will open up. I've got the list here. He's being paid $37.9 million US this year.
Shite load of money.
So that opens up. He's an unrestricted free agent. So Golden State now all of a sudden have $37 million in their cap. So what they should do is go after pretty much a version of Klay or Steph, or what they had in Jordan Poole, or what they sort of had in D'Angelo Russell. Get a young shooter who can play in the backcourt, who can score from anywhere on the court. There's a number of guys available. I mean, you got a list here of players, but none of them really jump out. You'd have to go to the trade market.
They got to retool.
They got to retool. They got to do a similar thing with Draymond Green, where I think they've got to trade him away.
Eastern Conference Finals at the moment. What the hell would we know? We just lost our money. 76ers. I thought you said Embiid was injured. Thanks for the intel, pal.
No, shush. He's not 100% is what I said. Because he's come back from his injury too early.
Well, what about your boy Buckets, Jimmy Buckets?
He's not my boy, he's your boy. You love him.
I did, until today. This one here between Atlanta and Chicago. So the winner of this now plays the 76ers to get the 8th seed spot to play Boston and get
they play Miami to get the 8th seed.
No, Miami lost.
Yeah, so Miami now play for the 8th seed.
Oh, so they've still got another bite at the cherry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
Philly are now the 7th seed.
Okay, so all right, so the winner of this one, Atlanta-Chicago.
It's a flip of the coin, I have no idea. Because Chicago are a better team, but they are so hot and cold, I don't know what to expect.
Champions League today, Man City, the juggernaut. Well, there goes your double treble, and it is Schadenfreude. Yeah,
Well, your reaction at full time was incredible.
Well, I must admit, I did start chanting and singing. I absolutely love it. This team needs its comeuppance. Real Madrid, Ancelotti is a genius. I'll tell you who he reminds me of Rafa Benitez when Benitez won it in 2005 with the Liverpool side that had finished, I think, 6th the year before.
Year we finished 6th.
He's a guy that understands how to win one-off matches, and he suffocated Man City. He's done it twice over 2 leagues. They didn't beat them.
Yeah, he's a lot better than Benitez.
They conceded 4 goals, but he's won 4 Champions Leagues already, Ancelotti. Oh, there was a tactical genius from him today, and really poor penalties. I mean...
Yeah, really poor.
Really poor penalties.
I mean, outside of City's 2 misses, I mean, Modric's one was just a good save, I thought. But outside of City's 2 misses, every other penalty was pretty damn good. Actually, I disagree with you. Bernardo Silva's one was the only one that was bad. I think every other one was either a good save or a really good penalty.
Bayern Munich, we're constantly told that Bayern Munich aren't the same side. Well, in the Champions League semi-finals.
Hey, what did I say about a month ago? They'd already lost the Bundesliga. They were out of the German Cup. And everyone's kind of heaping S-word on Bayern Munich. And I said, well, they can just throw all the eggs in one basket here, which is the Champions League, and they've got a manager who won it with Chelsea in 2021 with a worse squad. So why can't they go on?
Yeah, good point.
I was right.
I still think Real Madrid are probably the team to beat from here
But
on.
by the way, just quickly, Arsenal, another trophyless season. The
Well,
so-called...
hang on a second. They're still in the Premier League.
No, they're not winning the league.
They're still in the Premier League.
They're not winning the league. Who's winning the league? City. City are winning the league.
Arsenal aren't winning it. Roosters Storm tonight. Costo's Corner tomorrow, people. Normally if Jace at 3:30 today, we won't be here today. We're playing the Rugby League hour, so Jace will join us tomorrow. Roosters Storm tonight. Who you got? I can't go past Melbourne with this one. I just think the Roosters are too inconsistent.
I think I say Melbourne are 4-1 or 5-1. 4-1. They have not looked that great in any one of their wins.
Right, but they're winning.
Yeah, but they haven't looked good. This is the thing.
Well, you think the Roosters look better?
I'll tell you what, after 20 minutes last week, for the 20 minutes at the end of the first, they looked really good.
Yeah, and
looked
then they got there with a few dodgy ref and offside calls.
Oh, shush. They looked really good against Brisbane. I thought they were really unlucky against Penrith. I would say, and they were superb against South. Souths are a terrible team, so what does that really mean? I think it's a flip of the coin. I really do. I'd lean towards the Roosters because they're at home. The Roosters actually also have a good record over Melbourne over the last sort of 5-6 years. They beat Melbourne often.
Finally, James Fisher-Harris. I heard Cameron George today on the way to work. I've read everything I possibly can over the last 24 hours about this. I think it's brilliant for the Warriors. I think it's brilliant for the Warriors because losing Adam Fanua-Blake, the question was always, how do you replace like for like? And until this name appeared, Fisher-Harris, it was always to me going to be, okay, we're going to promote somebody, or whatever. They're going to promote somebody from the lower grades. They might get a guy from Australia who's an up-and-coming prop who you hope to turn into Payne Haas. But the idea of actually wrestling either Tino or Payne Haas or Jared's probably a little bit older. I wouldn't have gone after him.
He's retiring at the end of this year.
Tapani, one of these guys who are your absolute A-list front rowers, securing one of those guys, because why would a team sell one of those guys, right? I mean,
that's the thing.
To me, it's like you're selling Erling Haaland. Why are you selling that guy?
Why would one of these players leave their current club? Now, this is nothing against the Warriors, but this is at least the Warriors of the past, and I'll counter this in a sec with some praise for the Warriors. But of the past, when you've been someone like a Tapani, someone like a Tino Fa'asu Mala'awi, I always struggle.
Yeah, not bad. That's pretty good.
One of those two, and the Warriors come calling and say, come play for us. Now, maybe, the Tigers don't have much to really root about, but if you're one of these players, you say, why would I leave this club who are performing typically better than you guys on a regular basis, or why would I leave the Gold Coast to go to New Zealand?
Yeah.
And I'm probably not going to be paid as much.
No.
Why would I do that? So the one thing the Warriors have proven now, though, with James Fisher-Harris signings, you can lure someone over here in their prime, who's won premierships. The only issue is it's not an issue, but the thing that pulls it back is the fact that he is a Kiwi, so there's an obvious reason why he comes here, and there's a link between he and Andrew Webster. But to your point, look, I thought about this last night. I think people are getting enveloped in the idea that, oh my gosh, you're adding James Fisher-Harris to this roster. No, you're not.
No. We're losing
You're taking Eden out and putting James Fisher-Harris in. Now, I think that's an improvement, but when you take one out and put one in, it's only a smidge of an improvement.
Plus also, and I'll ask Kimby about this a little later on, you've also got the rest of the players are a year older next year, including our halfback.
This is the thing. The Warriors need to get a halfback for the future. They need to, because Sean's not going to be playing at this level for much longer. Well, the fact that he's playing at this level now is incredible. No one saw it coming.
Maybe one more year at this level, maybe.